Welcome to the Media Literacy Assignment by the students of Indic International School.
Today, we are joined by Dr. ABRP Reddy, who summited Himalayas at the age of 70. Dr. Reddy has excelled in diverse fields throughout his life, achieving success in both his career and personal pursuits. He is a true inspiration to all of us, proving that with passion, perseverance, and a never-ending desire to grow, anything is possible at any stage of life.
Good morning, everyone. Age is just a number, and he proved it by climbing the mighty Himalayas at the age of 70. Let's know more about this inspiring personality. Let's put our hands together and welcome Dr. ABRP Reddy, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Shalika from grade 9, and I will be the host for the day. Here we have the students of Indic International School from grade 8 and 9, and they're really excited to ask you a few questions out of curiosity. We would begin with Aniket from grade 8.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So my question is that as the organization's age limit was just 62, how did you manage to convince them for an exception and what risks were involved?
Yeah, age limit was there for most of the climbers, but basic thing required for each of the climber is they should do treadmill every day, submit the recordings. Besides that, more than 50, they look at ECG. But in my case, though I told them I've been a regular marathon runner, they still wanted to have a safety for me. That's in the view of my own safety, they said. So they asked me to do 2D echo test, which is the ultimate test for the heart and the entire system. Will tell you the story, how is the system going on at various levels. So the 2D echo test was good for me. So that's the basis on which allowed me to go for the trekking. Otherwise, it's not a personal judgment they make. Because they want the trekkers to be very safe. That's how they do the whole thing. They are Harshith.
Hello, sir. My question is that what emotions did you experience while climbing the mountain trail?
Yeah, see, while climbing or ascending and descending, it is very tough. It's tougher than what I expected. But at the end of the day, by 5 o'clock, we return to our tents and we take rest and have food and sleep as early as possible, because next day morning, 6 o'clock, we have to be up and start ready for the next day's trek. The only emotion I had that time is how safe that would be for me. Because while climbing, its toughness is because of the climate, because of the strength you need to have in your knees and balance you have to do. But while descending is more tricky because we're all trying to climb the mountain, but while coming down, it's a difficult experience because no one has been trained for that experience, because it lifts a lot. Steepness, wherever there is a steep hills, when you're coming down, is all the more tough because it keeps slipping. And so my emotion is essentially how safe I can reach the next camp. Essentially, that's the emotion I had. But after reaching the camp again in the night, it's so exciting to look back what all we have done during the day. Together we used to sit and analyze, and we used to feel, oh my God, this what we have done is good. I think we'll keep moving forward next day also with the same spirit. That's what we used to feel.
Next, we have Riddhi from grade 9.
Hello, sir. I was really curious to know that who inspired you to push beyond your comfort zone and support your teammates?
Actually, it's my daughter, I would say, because I've been traveling with her for many things, including marathon, cycling, rock climbing in Hyderabad. So she already did 5 treks, and she's the one who suggested me, let's go for this Himalaya trek. And that's something new for me for the first time. Then I took some time to understand the parameters, and I started meeting those parameters. And because of my old background in terms of marathons, I felt I can easily do it. So that's why we went ahead and started doing it. It's my daughter who motivated me into this trekking, as well as marathon running earlier, rock climbing earlier. It all came from her, actually.
Ritisha from grade 9 is going to ask the next question.
Yeah.
My question is that why did you choose to climb the Himalayan mountains in the winter but not summer?
Yeah. See, it was a decision taken during the time. So we looked at various options. We realized June, July is when most people go there, May onwards, because it will not be cold. But we realized there will be a lot of crowd in the mountains during that period, because most people want to do climbing during that period. But it's hot during the day. Night may be moderate temperature. But we felt if we want to enjoy the trekking and see the Himalayas during the daytime, it's good to go when there is not much of a crowd. Crowd means each batch, each team will be 24 members, but there will be another multiple of 24 people coming from various places doing the same trek. So during May, June, July, it's more crowded. So I was told if you want to enjoy the trekking, best is to go during winter, and that too before the snowfall starts. We did have a snowfall, but it didn't really bother us much. But that's how we chosen to be during the winter.
Now we have Siddharth from grade 9.
Sir, my question is, how did your family react when you decided to trek at the age of 70?
Yeah, my family comprises of my wife and 2 daughters. Both my daughters are adventure oriented, especially my younger daughter who did already 5 treks. She is my biggest motivation. So there is no concern from my family because both my daughters are in favor of going for a trek. My wife, because my daughter is going to accompany me in the whole trek, she is quite relaxed. So there is no problem as such. In fact, problem came from a lot of my classmates who are of my age, and they advised me against going for a trek because it's too dangerous, it's complicated. If any complications come, he'll not be able to withstand. These are the advices given by my well-wishers who are my classmates of my age. But as far as family is concerned, it's fairly simple because my daughter herself is there along with me.
So now I would like to ask you the next question. So how did you feel when your daughter was supporting you?
It was good. Right from the beginning, I knew my daughter is going to be next to me. At least during 50-60% of trek, she is very close to me. Along with members of 24 trekkers, we also have 3 support team who always support the people with some problem in climbing or coming down. But because my daughter is there with me, in fact, we shared the same tent. Each tent can house 2 people. It's a very crampy 30 feet square feet size of the tent with 3.5 feet height. So we had literally confine ourselves and no movement possible during the night also because 2 people sharing a small tent. She was besides me all the time, and whenever I had problem, she was there with me even during the trek. Especially when we are coming down, climbing down, it's more difficult than the climbing up because no one can do training of descent. Ascent, everyone can train themselves. During descent, you slip a lot, especially if it is steep and there is a dust and small stones and hills, so you can slip anytime. In fact, I had fall a couple of times, but no one is really hurt during the time. So my daughter used to help me in this. And also more important thing is keep yourself hydrated. Most people think during the trekking, that too in Himalayas, it's cold atmosphere, no need of drinking much of a water. But we were told it's very important to hydrate yourself the whole day. Otherwise, you'll end up in having acute mountain sickness. So we overcome it because we have been drinking water. Whenever I forget to sip water, my daughter used to advise me, Dad, it's time for another 300 ml of water consumption. So that way, we never had any problem in terms of mountain sickness. I've seen a lot of people suffering from mountain sickness because they ignored the hydrating part of the trek. So it was good. My daughter was next to me and supporting me all the time.
Sir, I'm excited to ask you that how many people were involved in the climbing team?
So each team has 24 members. That's the full capacity of a trekking team. Plus there are 3 support members from the management of the trek team. So those 3 of them mix with us throughout the journey and keep supporting whatever is a shortfall any trekker has. And in fact, they carry even a mini oxygen cylinder just in case somebody has problem. They will also provide oxygen and maybe send them back to the previous camp.
Sir, I'm curious to know that what inspired you to tackle another 18,000 feet mountain, and how did you convince your family?
Convincing the family is not an issue, except my wife is a little apprehensive because 18,000 is a Everest base camp, which has a lot of difficulties. 12,000, 18,000 is steep. And here you have to take rest for a day. Acclimatization is what they call. You have to get acclimatized to the height. And during 12 days, we will not be even traveling for 3 days. We will be staying at a place and getting used to that height. So that is slight difficulty. So because of my daughter's motivation and experience, we felt it very easy. And along with me, 5 from my own complex, 400 families, 5 of them also is going to join me for this 18,000 feet trek. And they are training vigorously for this for the last 1.5 months.
Sir, I'm really interested to know that what advice would you give to today's generation on maintaining fitness and diet?
I think there are a lot of advices are available today compared to what I had during your age. And luckily that time junk food also is not there, but today junk food is in thing. So I think you should really be away from the junk food. And during our trek also, we carried a bag where we used to pick up if any plastic is available on the Himalayas. We used to pick up and put in our bag. And end of the day, there is a competition who picked up maximum junk. We used to collect 1 to 2 kilos of junk every day and deposit in the camp. This is basically to create environmental awareness. I've seen in Uttarakhand where we did the trekking, some routes for the trekking in Himalayas are closed because pollution and because of the junk being thrown away by the trekkers is spoiling the Himalayas beauty. Therefore, the government has decided to stop few trekking routes. So, what we learned is apart from being fit and achieve the target, we also need to be environmental friendly and support the ecosystem. That's what we learned during the period.
I would like to know what recognition or awards did you receive for achieving this goal?
Actually, when we started the trek, it happened just like that. And I never knew this will be something media or people like to recognize as adventure. I just did it along with 24 others, including one of them being my daughter. So after finishing the trek, then only people started thinking this is unbelievable for looking at my age, nothing else actually. So if you want to know any honors, etc., there are a few communities invited me to do talk about the trekking. And my own complex, some people were inspired and 5 of them are going to do Everest base camp along with me in July or August. And I've seen youngsters doing, including my daughters, doing it so well. So I thought, why not I do it? Because I'm essentially fit because of my earlier background of marathons. And I keep doing exercises and I keep doing treadmill, I keep doing a lot of other exercises, which includes going to gym regularly. And of course, later I practiced even yoga, which gives me a tremendous amount of energy for my lungs. So none of the exercises gave me so much of power like yoga gave me in terms of power to the lungs. Capacity to handle long breaths, etc. was quite good. That I learned during the trek, before the trek myself, and started practicing it.
I would like to know who was your closest friend during the trek and are you still in touch with him?
Everyone is a friend during the trek because in the end of the day, we sit together in a tent and having had our tea and snacks and supper. Everyone became a friend, but essentially there are 4 people, a family, wife and husband and 2 brother-in-laws. They joined the trek, 4 from a family and 1 lady from Bangalore. They became very close and we keep interacting and we keep exchanging our views for the future plans, etc.
Does anybody else have another question? If so, please go ahead.
Sir, how did you feel after accomplishing this goal?
Yeah, as I said, I never thought I was going for adventure. I thought I was going for one of the treks, like many things we do in life. But after finishing the trek only, I realized the attention of media and attention of people like you was tremendous. So obviously, I'm very happy and excited after the trek. Even during the trek, only on the last but one day, people understood my age is 70. Till such time, they didn't know. They thought I may be 60 or so. But when they understood I'm at 70, they got really shocked and they didn't believe. So then when I recognized I'm doing something which is normally people don't do. For good or bad, I decided to do a trek and I felt that's something which is a great achievement. Thanks to people like you.
Sir, how many days did it take to complete the trek?
It was totally 6 days after reaching the base camp. Base camp is a little away from some place. But after reaching the base camp, it took 6 days for us to do the climbing and coming back to the base camp again. Total 6 days of trekking.
Now, sir, I have the last question for the day. So, was this your dream since childhood or your young age, or did you plan it recently?
Yeah, if you're asking about mountain climbing, it's not in my list at the childhood, but my list was always be adventurous in life because I realize when you're adventurous, whether it is education or a career or in activities like this, you stand to gain and learn a lot. So in career, I was adventurous. From mechanical engineering, I moved to IT to animation to VFX. I did all. Similarly, after my active retirement from my career, I did marathon running, I did rock climbing, long distance cycling, and these were the plans I had. But mountaineering is not one of that. So I felt that's a good tip in terms of my adventurous life. So I gave it time and I was able to do it well.
Did you take time in adjusting back to your normal routine and diet?
Not really. Going up is a challenge because at each height level, you have different challenges. You have to overcome the oxygen shortage, you have to overcome the steepness of climbing, etc. While coming down, adjustment to the climate is not an issue. Issue is when you are descending. It is quite slippery. There are small pebbles and it slips quite a bit, especially when you are on a place where the steepness is very high. As far as the climate is concerned, as you come down, it will be easy because your lungs can breathe better and you'll be all right while coming down. While going up, that is the challenge of climate.
As this inspiring session comes to an end, and without a doubt, we have learned so many inspiring and positive things from Dr. ABRP Reddy, sir. We would like to thank you, sir, for giving your valuable time and for sharing all your great experiences with all of us. And I would also like to thank the students of Indic International School and Srijana Media Labs for taking up this amazing session. Thank you. Until next time.
It was such a pleasure and an inspiring conversation with Dr. ABRP Reddy today. We hope you enjoyed this insightful conversation. Our young minds developed health awareness, critical thinking, teamwork, and learned the importance of asking the right questions. Stay tuned for more curiosity-driven learning next semester. See you next time.